Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your financial abundance, money, and career tarot and oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to get it started here with an angel number. You have the number 555. This is a number that represents change, encouragement, support, obstacle, battle. Calling, restructuring, creative work are all represented when you see the number 555. It doesn't matter if it's on a receipt, on a gas pump, it's the clock, whatever it is, there's a message for you. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. So that sounds great to me, and I feel like you're very deserving of a reward. You've earned it. Now let's see here what the Fortune Oracle can tell you all. We're starting off with the past, the present. Haven't seen the sun yet, so I like that. The future, interesting. And the advice. Okay, so we're going to see what the tarot can tell you, because I feel like you do have a change for the better, but with a little bit of caution. All right, in the past, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles. In the present, you've got the Fool, the Knight of Wands, and things are moving fast. Now, I like this because it gives it a little bit of stability. You've got in the outcome the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Now, in the advice, we have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Moon. Hidden truth and secrets revealed, my friends. So we have three major arcana. We've got Taurus and we've got Pisces coming out to play. So in the past, you have transformation. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. So this is a time of evolution, of transformation. I do feel like you have something here, moving on to something bigger, better, and it might be bittersweet. It's like selling the old car that you've had so many memories in, and you get a little teary. I don't know about you. But many years ago, I actually cried at a car dealership because I was going to miss my old car. And the guy was like looking at me so puzzled. He's like, "You should be happy. You're getting a great new car." And I said, I am happy, but I brought my kids home from the hospital, and it just represented a lot of things emotionally. Now, if it's a job situation, you're moving on up. Whatever it is, you've got an upgrade, okay? I love this, but I do feel like it's a bittersweet ending. Now, if it's something too, in terms of a side hustle, it may have gotten to be to a point where you just can't keep it, even though you love it. I do feel like you could bring it back around later, though. If you have to be done with something now, it may be so long for now, but I'll see you again later. I just feel like whatever this is, I don't know why I just saw a pawn shop. I'm not telling you you're going to get something back if you pawned it. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say never, but I feel like I don't know why I saw that, and I'm just mentioning it. So with this, it may be the sentiment too, if you like to go to places like that and buy things. But I do feel like with this Ten of Pentacles, you're going to hit a gold mine. Somebody too, if you like to antique, I feel like you may hit something here, or you have already at least, because it is in the past. You have two fives here too, which represent change. Let's see if you have any others. No, not today. But you do have a couple of tens too. So I feel like, again, you may really stumble across something. It feels like if you do some kind of antiquing or secondhand or thrift, where you're going to come across quite a find. Now, if you're one of these people too, I don't do this myself, but you do the thrifts and do resale and that whole business. I feel like you're going to really get into a place here. This may even be the sentiments of the previous owners of those things that you're like, yes, or maybe you own a used car lot. something like that, where I feel like if it's secondhand goods, second time around is better even the second time. So with this energy of the sun, this is in the current energy. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead, and nothing says openness like the Fool. And the tarot actually really backs up that oracle card. I like it because the Fool is completely open. You look at how he's postured. He holds nothing back, okay? He's ready to take that leap of faith, but he does have his trusty little white dog saying, hey, make sure you look out. Don't just step off the edge of that cliff. I still feel like your energy is going to be open, like people around you are going to invite you to things. If it's something like a business, if you're running your own business, I feel like you're going to have such gusto about you. Good for you. If you take on a new job, again, I just keep hearing the word gusto. Do it with gusto and do it with style. I feel like there's something about this. If you tend to be quite a planner, you might surprise yourself. Now, the Eight of Wands does show that things have been well organized. There are archers lined up. Just imagine that, shooting off those wands. And they go up in perfect alignment. There's nothing zigzag or crisscrossed. So things are going to move forward, and they're going to move forward fast. So get ready, buckle your seatbelts. I also feel like, too, if you're doing any kind of repair or renovation, you have a Knight of Wands coming in to save the day. If you're planning an event and somebody screws up and backs out, or you're like, oh my God, I'm dealing with that right now, guess what? The Knight of Wands comes in and there's no job too big or too small. Ever try to find a handyman? Well, good luck, okay? They're damn near impossible to find. Here's where you find one who works as a construction worker for a company, doesn't mind taking on some side jobs. I feel like they could even be somebody middle-aged, like 40s, 50s. Either they don't have kids or they're an empty nester and aren't married, and they're ready to work. They don't care. It's like, hey, what else do I have to do? I don't mean that rudely, but I feel like their attitude is like, yeah, it's a little bit extra money. I'll enjoy it. So the outcome, this is the only caution. Be careful who you trust at this time. Now, you may have somebody who really wants to take a ramrod approach to things. Be careful if that's the case. If you're doing any kind of demo work and you have a group of friends and your buddies want to come over, or you're, some other, I just see a group of men with like sledgehammers knocking out a cabinet, like a kitchen cabinetry. I just feel like it's not the time to just let unskilled people take the helm. So be careful. Somebody wants to cut your hair because they want to go into cosmetology, but they've got no training. You might want to check them when they're in some kind of a school. Don't just let them go after all that beautiful hair of yours. So whatever it is, I feel like you got to be a little careful. Now, the Knight of Pentacles shows you winning the race, believe it or not. The Knight of Pentacles lines up. He sees what he wants. He lines up, and then he charges after it. I feel like even if you have some kind of small problem, you're going to succeed in the end. Whatever it is, if it's something to do with a job, I feel like even if you have some little setbacks, all right, where there's paperwork things, or you've got to go get some kind of testing or some other physical. That's what I get, is like somebody getting a physical for a job or some other issue. I feel like you're going to work all that out, and you're going to end up in a Three of Cups celebratory mood. This is you moving forward without a hitch, and I definitely see that in your future here in these cards. Now, the end cap here is your advice. What do you need to do? Well, let's begin with the energy of Judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Get clear about what you want financially. There's no dream too big or too small. Look, there's crazy people who've even won lotteries out there. And it's like, how did they do that? Well, their energy. They somehow got into alignment with it and believed it could happen. And maybe they believed that was the only way they could earn money. I don't know. But somehow they had an unwavering belief and things moved. So with this, I do feel like you have a tipping point here. You have things moving forward. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone stand here. But with this, I also feel like they're telling you your unwavering faith, but also you take one step, the universe takes two. Know that you're being divinely guided. Team up with the right players in the game. And for somebody, like I said, that unwavering faith in the Ten of Cups is where it's at. Believe that you too can have that rainbow after the storm. All right, we're going to take one more oracle for the good of the cause. Now, heed this, I'd say. Defend yourself against those draining your energy. So we have a little bit of caution here. And that is, it may be about some kind of an energy vampire in your midst. But I would say good things are coming, Virgo. I love you. I'll be back again soon.